all, it's Tennis Pharma. So we had a comment about our full Western, why we don't recommend it video. And we were just wanting to respond to that in just a very visually appealing way. So full Western comes in many different forms. So our first one is going to be, the two main ones are going to be hammer, which is where the knuckle is on the full Western bevel, and the opposite knuckle is also on the full Western bevel. And then the second one is going to be traditional, where the palm right here lines up with full Western along with the knuckle. This is going to be your primary form. Most players on the tour that use full Western use one of these two. I think Stan Wawrinka uses hammer, Jack Sock used hammer, Rafael Nadal used just the traditional semi-Western for a while when he was younger, and same thing with Nick Kyrgios. However, the issue with this is that it becomes more athletically demanding, because if we hit with the proper fundamentals regardless, what's going to happen is the racket face is going to be too closed, and this makes it to where we have to put in more energy than we should. And just a side note too, if you even look at Rafael Nadal, he actually switched away from full Western and to a more conservative, more sustainable grip like semi-Western. And then he also at one point was playing on the bevel in between Eastern and Semi. Another anatomical issue is that our flexor and our thumb, so flexor pollicis, so we have three of them. We have brevis, which goes down into this bone here. We have longus, which goes into our wrist, and then we have medius, which we can't really see. Longus is the one that we can see right here. Those in hammer limit our movement. And what happens is when we put tension on those, they're not designed to have that much tension right there. And so we do have a chance of injuring those and breaking them. Another problem with this is that we can't, if we're trying to hit as efficiently as we can, that means we want the most amount of efficiency, like extension, as possible. Now, if we use full Western, that closes the racket face. So see how it's not able to point at the ball? This is full Western, by the way. This would be Hawaiian. See how it's not able to point at the ball? This forces us to bring it up, which then puts stress on the insertion of the radius of the bicep. By stressing this tendon in the radius, this makes it much harder to generate topspin, which then further feeds into the problem and the idea that full Western will give us more topspin. So now that we've addressed the issue with injuries and like why exactly they happen, the fix is always obviously using a more conventional grip like Eastern, semi-Western, or even the bevel in between is acceptable, just because some people are whippy enough to use it. Thanks for letting us know your concerns. We really enjoyed this video. Comment down below.